Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 44 of Let's Play Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition. I can't believe it's been 44 episodes. All right, so we are here, and we really need to rest. So what I'm going to do, pretty sure we looted all these. Pretty sure we have things to ID. Oh, let's not ID that yet, actually. Let's come on and retreat here back to this room. And Lenora should be able to watch over us as we rest in here. Okay. Okay, we know about that. Alright, let's go ahead and ID. So this was hold fast +3. These swords are usually referred to as double-edged generic. Armor class +1, slashing resistance 15%, and a 15% chance target is held for 1 turn. Save versus spell negates, and it's a +3 longsword. Wow, that's a nice piece. It would in fact improve his armor at no cost to anything else. So we'll go ahead and use that. Then we've got bullets of fire +2, which are very nice. We've got arrows of fire +1. We've got a two-handed sword +1, which just nobody can use at this point. And we've got to rest, Warhammer +1, which if we're using that at this point, we should just give up, probably. Let's go ahead and rest here. And then ID that large shield. Alright. And it is the large shield +1, +4 versus missiles. Our second version of that. Yeah. That is a nice shield, but he's using armor class +4. Is this... Oh. That's if he uses his sword. He's at -4. Improves his Thaco, but knocks his armor too much. Large shield +1. Hang on to it.
Ready.
Let's head back in. I'm a little wary about going further. Because it looks like this is the chamber.
Easy as goblin pie.
Where the Lich is stationed. Oh, a single white. Who's casting on us? Hello? Is someone casting? Oh, animate dead Lich. The Lich is awake. Where he is. Oh, I see. Alright, let's get rid of these guys first. Now let's get him. Okay. Garrus is held. Greylash. No, Maltisia. Come up here. We cannot save during combat. We might have to kill him a few times, but we're gonna loot this room first. In case there's anything helpful that we can find in here. We've got a short sword. Whoops. Got a ring. And we've got darts, it looks like, and there's stuff up here. Search for traps. No traps. We've got... Oh, the Lich is back awake. You guys beat him up. I'll loot here. Long sword. Terrakin's key. Ooh. Heavy crossbow.
You want me? Very well.
And 10 bolts. Oh, she can't carry them. Let's go ahead and pick up those 10 bolts. Now's not the time to ID, if you ask me. Let's come up here and go through Terrakin's door. Did that use the key? No? Who's casting? A statue created in the likeness of a dwarven warrior. A plaque below appears to have been vandalized, making the former inscription impossible to read. Oh, the Lich is going to hound us. Come on. Oh, Maltisia is troubled. Ooh. Get this Lich, man. Everybody. Nice. Alright. This statue, likeness of a dwarven warrior, a plaque below reads, "In memory of Jamoth, whose courageous efforts during the Battle of the Dead will never be forgotten." So we have to go to Jamoth's tomb. In memory of Ghaznok, whose endurance during the Battle of the Dead will serve as an example to our entire community. In memory of Reznath, who died honorably protecting the deep. In memory of Braith, who died honorably protecting the deep. In memory of Evoth, who with Yvain struggled to encourage unity between the elves and dwarves. Alright, so we have to get into Jamoth's tomb, but right now...
Ready.
I stand ready.
We're kind of hurting. Stand still, Maltisia. Don't go too far up there. Oof. I don't want to fight this Lich again. But it looks like we're going to. Alright, while you guys are doing that dance, let's head to Jamoth's tomb. Ah, we need Maltisia, though.
Yes, I see.
Quickly come in there.
I'm here.
Detect traps.
Very well.
Alright, we've got Monster Summoning 3, Improvision, Potion, and a Battle Axe. Wasn't the, the phylactery supposed to be in here? In Jamoth's tomb? Oh, we have to bring it to Jamoth's tomb. So we have to find it somewhere else in here. Let's see if it's been this vandalized tomb. I'm afraid that just touching these is going to blow us up. Yep. Long sword. Oh, get this Lich. Get the Lich. Maltisia, back up. What happened to your bow, girl? Oh, you're out of arrows. Regular arrows should suffice for now. Come on. We really need to injure that Lich, like ASAP.
I fear I might not make it.
Hang in there. He's almost dead.
The battle is joined.
You want a taste of this?
Alright. Quick save. Let's go try
Goblin pie.
this tomb. And Maltisia, detect traps. It is trapped.
Yes.
And we've got a suit of chainmail. Wow, we're finding so much cool loot. Maltisia is now encumbered. Alright,
Yes.
let's dip some of this off here. Got a dagger +1. That we can get rid of. We've got another hold fast +3. Does this stack? It does. And just like that, he's... Oh, his dispelling, though. Or actually... Dual-wield longswords, he's got an AC of 2. Can't beat that. Darts. Short sword +1. Red potion. Intelligence 25, but wisdom and strength 3, 50%. Magic resist for 24 hours. Close examination reveals this liquid to be very peculiar in nature. It could be a sorcerer's dream, but that would depend on whom you asked. After ingesting the mixture, the drinker becomes the weakest, most unwise, yet incredibly intelligent person to have ever lived, with an innate 50% magic resistance as well. The effects remain for an entire 24 hours, so think carefully before unplugging the cork. That is an interesting item. Bolts of biting +1. Ring of the Protector +2. Armor class +2, magic resists +10%. You telling me you can't use this? Because of other magical equipment. What magical equipment would that be? Alright, well, they're pointing me towards Alton. Why can't I give it to you? Because of other magical equipment. Okay. Well, Alton, you will now have the same armor class as Garrus. Monster summoning 3 we'll put away. Still got way more loot to check out. Heavy crossbow. Battle axe. Give that to Rendell to hold. She can't hold it. Give that to Larzal. He can't hold it. Give it to Greylash. Okay.
I'm here. Done.
Oh, whoa.
I'm here.
I don't know what it just cast, but... or what it continues to cast. We just got 8k XP.
And willing.
Pain. Okay, so they take more damage and stuff. Any traps? A wooden Shawn and Bryath's journal. Let's check that out immediately. The Great Monument was completed today, and it's a wonder to see. If there's any doubt to the significance of my role within the Dorn community, let it be now laid to rest. There are those who find pride and glory in the chase, traveling above and underground to ensure the good fortune of our home, but I am not one of them. I must admit, I too would take up the arms should my name be called to protect those around me, but until that day I feel myself far more resourceful, creating the weapons and wielding them. In honor of our new marvel, I have created a special blade that I will place with the other items commissioned for the monument receptacle. Should the day come that our way of life is defended by a sole survivor, he will fight with the will of many, knowing that I've provided him with a weapon worthy of such an honor. May this blade never be wielded, and if one day it is, may it serve its owner well. What blade would that be? And Owain's Lullaby. Owain's Lullaby was created by a disturbed bard named Owain Piper. Piper was a worshipper of Oro, born in the town of Silvery Moon and raised to embrace the frigid environment of his homeland. He traveled extensively in the Moonsea, where he met a mage named Pelham of the Moor. Orwain and Pelham became good friends and stayed in contact for over a decade. Pelham eventually enchanted Owain's Lullaby for the bard in exchange for a small sum of money. Owain rarely used the instrument in battle, typically employing it when he found late migrating geese lounging on a lake. He would blow the horn in such a way that the geese heard it as the sound of their cousins heading south for the winter. As the geese would attempt to take flight, Owain's horn would freeze them in mid-stroke, where he would leave them to die. That's pretty twisted, and you have to be a bard, but it does Cone of Cold. 10d4 plus 10 cold, not bad. But you have to be a bard, so in the bag of holding it goes. Alright, next.
Right then.
This would be whose tomb? In memory of Resnath.
Yes, I see.
Any traps? Resnath's journal. Let's go ahead and read it. I knew not of fear until today. It was not taught in my youth nor acquired through my years, yet somehow it has suddenly arrived at my door, ready to consume all that which I have valued and all that I have loved. The humans, the elves, only they are capable of such character. Only they are able to bend when those around them need the most. Only they. I cannot face my people now, for I am a changed man, and I will not return to accept that of which I am undeserving. Please forgive me. Huh.
Watch me go.
What about this tomb? Memory of Gaznak, whose endurance during the Battle of Dead will serve as an example to our entire community. Helmet.
Ready. Is that all?
Where is he? Animate dead Lich. Is he down here? Alright, who's this? Memory of a Vane whose understanding and selflessness will be remembered forever. Up, go get the Lich. She'll go ahead and get in here. Hang in there, guys. He's near death. Nice. No traps. We've got Journal of a Vane.
I'm here.
Onward to victory!
Yes.
Okay, let's try this tomb here. This is an unknown tomb. Both trapped. We've got a Terrican's Phylactery. And we've got Terrican's Journal, Anti-Magic Shell, Chaos. Oh boy, we've got to get this stuff up. Character's too far away, no. I'm trying to work as fast as I can. Let's read Journal of... we'll read that in a second. Give that to him. It was in the unnamed tomb. Okay, we have to bring the phylactery to Jamoth's tomb, which was... this one? Yeah.
Watch me go.
Just get rid of this Lich quick. Terrakin's phylactery is subtly whisked from your possession and disintegrates in midair. A horrible howling is heard through the area, continuing for a small eternity. Nice, so next time he spawns, he dead. Then we've got another unknown tomb with, interestingly, nothing in it.
Whatever you say.
Come over here. And there's a book in here. There's a dead person and Genek's journal.
Aye. Right then.
Alright, let's go ahead and take care of some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and give chaos. Oh, inventory full. Let's put that away. The helmet needs to be ID'd. All this needs to be ID'd. Combine the 10 darts. Chaos. More spells to eventually learn. Genek's journal. He was dead. I've occupied this empty tomb for several days now, and I will be attempting to cross the cemetery once again tomorrow morning. The door to the outside passage is locked, and I know the key rests within a container built into one side of the forge monument. With some stroke of luck or higher intervention, I was able to avoid the attention of that dreadful Lich on my last trip across, but upon inspection of the forge, I was able to locate the receptacle. It seems likely that the monument will need to be restored to its original working state before the container's whereabouts could be determined, but I have been unable to locate anything remotely resembling a switch, lever, or the like that would activate it. I can only assume that the Lich is responsible, and as long as he is present within these chambers, I'll be unable to find the key and unable to escape. I have found powerful magics within these tombs, but even if by some amazing stroke of luck I was able to dispatch the foul creature, he has undoubtedly hidden his life force container beyond these walls. Without its destruction, his absence from this world is purely temporary, and upon returning, I do not dare dwell on the horrible fate that would be stalking me. Journal of a Vein. The last few weeks have been a blur, but I will recount as best I can. Arriving at Dorn's Deep in the middle of the night did not lead to a warm welcome by the dwarves, especially with what had come to pass between both our races. As expected, the dwarves were very apprehensive of what I had to say. There were too many fresh and open wounds between both our peoples. Situations like this are never easy, but I consider myself as good a diplomat as father, perhaps better. Each day spent in council did not end until late evening, and always in pure exhaustion. We argued and bickered over the recent past events. Although we still continued to spend countless hours here in council, the dwarves began to trust that I hid no maliciousness behind my words. The dwarves agreed to a treaty in the name of the greater good for both our races later that week. I had been successful in my part. I saw hope for the first time in many months. The only thing left was to return home and convince my own people that this was our only chance at true salvation. The hardest part would be to convince Father, but he will listen. He must listen, else our people face death. The next morning almost made the last few weeks' work in vain. A dwarven scout arrived and told us the largest orcish army he had ever seen was only hours away. With little time to prepare, our defenses were overrun and the orcs began to pour into Dorn's Deep. We began our retreat into the depths of Dorn's Deep. Key passages were collapsed to cover our movements and buy us time. Even in such dire conditions, this allowed the dwarves to control when and where we would fight. Every battle cost the orcs dearly as the dwarves fought on their terms, but we were still being driven further and farther back. Even now we make preparations to retreat farther into Worm's Tooth Glacier. Even as grim as this sounds, I still hold hope. Hope that I will tell Father of how I fought side by side with our dwarven friends as in days of old. Aw, that's really emotionally stirring. Hope that he will hear the tales of the dwarves who sacrificed their lives so that I may return home someday to reunite both our peoples. Hope to see my father's stubborn face once again. For my people in the Seldarine's hand, Yvain. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's like almost bringing a tear to my eye. She actually fought with the dwarves and got them to agree, but the orc horde was right there and she couldn't get home to tell Laryl. Wow. What a tragedy. Now, is this Lich coming back or is he gone for good? I think he's gone for good. Alright. We've also got Terrakin's journal. Evening 19. This portion of the deep has been a pleasant surprise to say the least. Not only do the ancient dwarven deterrents provide me much seclusion from my work, I have gained the ability to have their spirits become my unwilling servants in knowledge. Soon I will begin my final transcendence, and my ascended existence within this region will ensure that my power is without challenge. My new minions, unable to ever find their peace as long as my thoughts occupy what is left of their minds. Morning 23. A curious experience today. I finally managed to open the door to Jamoth's tomb, and upon entering I was overcome with fatigue. At first I felt as though I may have unintentionally sprung a trap, but upon revisiting the tomb later, I discounted that possibility. I felt as though life itself were leaving my body and twisting my coherence. I will need to investigate this room further in the future and exercise caution. I feel as though there may be something within those chambers that would challenge my occupation of these halls. That's pretty wicked cool too. Morning 26. I've given up attempting to open the door to Worm's Tooth. I'd hoped I had visited the area to gather some necessities for the rite of my passage, but it appears to be impossible to move the door in any way without its key. I know from my readings of the lore scattered about here that the key was placed in or around the dwarven monument outside of the cemetery, but its hiding place appears impossible to find in the forge's current state. I'm afraid that without certain resources, the process will render me weaker than I'd originally intended, but I appear to have no choice but to use what I have. And didn't... Yeah, you still have a suit of armor.
Ready.
And what would be up this way? Locked.
I'm here.
And I assume...
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
I'm here. Watch me go.
Huh. Is there a hidden door in here, perhaps? Poor Garrick. Died in the tomb. After the Lich had already... He was a surviving dwarf. After the Lich had already taken over the halls. Rest well, brave dwarves. You're not under the Lich's command anymore. Alright, I don't see anything more to do here, so let's head off.
Watch me go.
Like how he leaves behind a morning star everywhere he goes. The Lich. I think we're done in the cemetery. Oh, it's working again. Whoa. Northenor was freed. There's gotta be more to do here.
Watch me go. Easy as goblin pie.
Why can't... Oh, aha. What's down here? Since it's working. There's Northenor. As the hearth warms the room, so is my heart warm knowing that my brothers will return to their rest. We owe you much, traveler. Glad I could help. If you gaze upon the forge, you will now notice the outline of a receptacle. Within is a key to the door in the Hall of Heroes that leads to Worm's Tooth Glacier. I have faith that the answers you seek will become clear once you reach the glacier. Thank you again, friend, and may Moradin smile upon you. You're welcome. Rest now, Northenor. Cool. Battle axe and a forge key. Sweet. Wow, we've got a lot to ID. How much time is left? 29 minutes. Worm's Tooth Glacier. I guess that's our next location. Well, let's take a minute to get a breather here and ID a hefty amount of things. Let's start with these darts. Inferno Dart +4. 20% chance of dealing plus 2d6 fire damage and their Thako plus 4 damage plus 4. Those are pretty nice, but only 10 of them. Now let's ID the helmet. Blessed Helm of Lathander. This well-crafted helmet has a short history. A priestess of Lathander named Irene of Suzail had it constructed for the champion of her church, a warrior named Beldan Miller. Beldan employed the helm frequently, as Irene was often attacked by angels of miracle. After 20 years of serving Lathander, Irene decided to step down from her office, as did Beldan. They were married shortly after. Beldan gave the helm to an errant paladin of Lathander, who was believed to have died fighting a lich near the Battle of the Bones. Armor class +2, protects against critical hits, charge abilities, wow. Cure moderate wounds once per day, heals 11 HP on touch. Neutralize poison once per day and restores 10 HP on touch. Remove paralysis once per day, cures paralysis in an area of effect. Whoa. That's nifty. They're saying Larzal can use it? He's only got that. Now wait a minute, with his sword? Okay, he's going to be a -2. And who can use the helmet of charm protection? I don't think Greylash. She's using Dead Man's Face. Yeah. Well, just keep it. Now we've got this heavy crossbow. Let's go ahead and rest here. He's got 3 identifies. Oh, let's also shake the bag and get an antidote. Let's contact the other plane. Oh, we have a new question. Where are the other badges? Others 5, White Giant, Black Wizard, Red Thief, Green Lady, Pale Priest, in Caves, Ice, the First, the 4 Dorns in Deep, others lower. Huh. So 1 in the Ice Caves and 4 more in Dorns Deep? Was not expecting that. Let's quick save and rest. With the warmth of the forge. No undead to bother us. Alright. Let's possibly shake the bag. Get 20 arrows. Let's ID the heavy crossbow. Heavy crossbow of accuracy, Thako +7. The guide. That's our second version of that, right? Yeah, you have one. We'll just give you that as an option. Let's ID the this battle axe that we found in a tomb. Benorg's Truth +3. Armor class +1, 10% chance target is stunned for 4 seconds, and it's a +3 axe. Not much going with it. Put it in the bag. Let's ID this chainmail. Mail of Life +3. This armor was crafted from meteoric iron by dwarven and elven smiths during the time of cooperation. A high priest of Moradin and a high priest of Labilis Anorith enchanted the armor with its powers. Unfortunately, no elven or dwarven warrior ever wore the chainmail. When troubles arose between the hand of the Seldarine and Dorn Steep, the dwarves locked the armor in a vault, refusing to use anything the elves had a hand in creating. Maximum HP +10, wearer regenerates 1 hit point per turn. Armor class 2. Let's see who can actually use it. Rindle? That gives her a -5 AC, bruh. She loses the cold resistance. But even Larzal can use it, but it's not gonna... Is it gonna keep him at a -6? It is. It's equivalent to a plate mail +1. Grelash? No, you've got that field plate armor. Yeah, it's not gonna work for you. Larzal, though. Can take that. Give the full plate here and do something like that and put the Yeti armor. In the bag. Interesting. So that's a very nice set of chainmail for Larzal. And finally, the battle axe that we found in the forge. Let's go ahead and quick save and rest. And how much time is left? You guys knew I would do that. Stay tuned for next episode where we identify the forge axe that we found. Very cool. Hope you guys are enjoying thus far. I'm having a blast. Hope you guys are too. Thank you for watching as always and commenting or not commenting, whatever you decide. Next time we'll identify that sweet forge axe that we found in here and use that key to head further into Dorn's Deep, I guess. Much love, peace, and joy. I'll see you guys then. So long.